Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and I'm here to do the Month of Matson book tag created by Maureen. So every year Maureen celebrates Morgan Matson books by reading them all throughout the month of May, which she has labeled Month of Matson. And this year she has created a tag which I will be participating in. Alright, so the first question is Frank Porter Boy Scout, your ultimate book crush. And for me that would have to be Dorian. I love Dorian. I love everything about him. He doesn't pressure anyone. He's just sort of like go with the flow. There are moments where he stands up, tickling Kingdom of Ash, and I love that scene. And I just think he's like the sweetest thing ever. And I would love to find a Dorian because he'd be like a great friend, a great partner, just a great everything. So Dorian is my ultimate book crush. Alright, so the next question is Casablanca on the Beach, your favorite family moment from a book. So the book I chose was To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I love a lot of the family moments. I love the sister dynamic, and I also love the father-daughter relationship. I like how Kitty and Laura took time to hang out with each other. They would like watch movies together. They would just like do particular things together, and I just really enjoyed moments like that because you definitely don't see that all the time. Alright, so the next question is A Murder of Crows, an unfinished series you can't wait to be completed. And that would have to be The Host. This is a series I have been waiting years for it to just have a second book. Not even be completed, just like have a second book because I think it's going to be like a trilogy or something. And I'm waiting. The day is coming because she's releasing Midnight Sun and I think that's her to like ease back into it. So The Host has to be coming at some point because it just has to. It definitely took a while for me to get into this book. I think it's like 100 pages. That's what people say, how long it takes to get in. But I definitely like it, and I'd probably reread this book just to remember what actually happened. I remember the end. I remember vaguely the story, I just don't remember all the details. But this is definitely a book I'd want a sequel to. Okay, so the next question is playlist number 5. What you listen to while reading. So I don't typically listen to anything while I read. I definitely get distracted. I like to read in silence. It's fine if there's like some background noise, but if there's like a lot of noise, I just can't focus. I guess occasionally I'll put on music, just for a few minutes though. It's not for like a long time, and if it is, it's like instrumental music, nothing really serious. Actually, when I reread Twilight, I did listen to the Twilight soundtrack. I did do that. But it wasn't much. I didn't listen to it for very long. I just have problems focusing on multiple things at one time. Alright, so next question is Journey Cover Band, a book you thought you would hate but ended up loving. So this isn't a book I thought I would hate. I just thought I wouldn't care for it as much. I just thought it would be like a whatever book. But I actually like really loved it. It is A Map for Wrecked Girls by Jessica Taylor. This is about 2 girls and a boy who get stranded on an island, and it definitely is about, there's like some romance, but it's mostly just about the relationships between the 2 sisters, and because some things have happened, so they have to like work it out on the island. And I just like really enjoyed this story. I enjoy like what's talked about in here and like what's discussed, and there's like different point of views of like what happened. This was definitely a surprise book that I loved. So the next question is Kiss a Stranger, your favorite romance trope. So I like majority of romances, enemies to lovers, love triangle, royalty sort of romances, and that's like, royalty are one of those things that is just like an instant like, okay, yeah, I'm here for it. So I picked the one in the selection series, and I picked this book in particular because I just loved the whole like royalty setting. So this series definitely fits into like the royal category. American Maxon technically aren't like soulmates. But I mean they can be, just not like in the technical like fantasy world setting. But yes, I love majority of romances. There's not like a romance trope that I'm like, ew, I don't ever want to read that. But royalty is a for sure thing for me. Okay, so the next question is Lake Phoenix, a book you go back to as a comfort read. So it's Twilight. And this is something, I don't reread the series, but I do have I think I've shown you before, like little marks in here. So I will go back if I'm feeling like really down and just really needing something. I'll go back and like reread certain parts just to like, I don't know, boost my mood. And I'll definitely do it, just not in Twilight. I will do it throughout the series because I have different points marked in throughout the series. Probably Eclipse. That's probably the most likely book I'll read. Either Twilight or Eclipse, because they just bring like the happiest moments to me. Okay, so the next question is the group chat. Your favorite fictional friend group. And for that, I chose Cress, part of the Lunar Chronicle series. So Cress is my favorite. I love Thorn. Like, I love them together. I also love Cinder and Scarlet, and I just love the whole cast. They're so funny, but they're so like badass at the same time. And it's also a fairy tale retelling, which I also love. This is my favorite fictional friend group. Okay, so next question is Graceland, a real life place you've read about and wanted to visit but haven't. So that is Scotland, which is where Outlander takes place. I've watched the show. It is beautiful. Like, even the parts they film that's not in Scotland, that they're technically not in Scotland, they're still filming in Scotland, and it's gorgeous. And I definitely want to go to Scotland. It is on my bucket list. It is probably one of the next places. When I travel outside the States, that is where I will go. Alright, so the next question is a book, Grand Central Station. Your favorite extra in a book. Fan art, story, excerpts from a character, illustrations, whatever. So I definitely love fan art. There's fan art in here in the air, so you get to see like what they actually look like. I also like when they have like alternate dust jackets, and this has fan art. I just love seeing the characters, seeing if that's like what I actually imagine them as, and yeah, I love seeing pictures of the characters. So that is it for the month of Matson book tag. So let me know if you have read Morgan Matson, if you enjoy her as like a contemporary writer, and what your favorite book of her is. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.